Alright. Um, Here with someone else who wanted me to take a look at some of their replays. There was a couple I was interested in. I did watch a fair few, but this is one I decided on going with for a couple of reasons. But this is from Vitalvertigo, who is also from the Ed Discord. So let's take a look at this. Mika versus Ed.
Fight!
Alright, that was just poorly spaced. The reason that would have happened, I imagine, is you wouldn't have reacted to that slide. So you thought she was here, and you did this a bit delayed, but this had already happened. Um, just keep playing. The more you play, the more you'll see situations like this, and you'll be able to stop your decisions. Yeah, whoever says that, you either have fast reactions naturally or you don't, that's just a fucking meme, basically. You can train virtually any reaction and just by playing, and that is something that you won't make that mistake. The more you play, the less kind of mistakes like that you'll make, where you kind of have a delayed reaction to something. But that is very unsafe. See, she got the crouch light kick. I don't know exactly what she could have got. She probably could have got stand light punch into EX Peach or something, or she didn't have EX, so didn't have any bar. But yeah, don't worry too much about stuff like that. That'll just come with time. Alright. You went to begin charging up heavy punch here. I've noticed this in a lot of your replays. You like to do a lot of fully charged heavy punches. Fully charged heavy punch is not good in neutral. It is not a good neutral tool. Especially at a spacing like this kind of thing. It's not good. It's massive startup. So much startup that people could on reaction just neutral jump and punish it, or slide under it or do whatever they want, basically. And even if, let's say, they didn't react to it but they just blocked it, you're not in. Like, I think you feel like you're trying to. It's hard to get in, and you use a lot of standing heavy punch fully charged to get in. Um, it's not a real way in, because as soon as it's over, it's -2, and they can just jab you out of range and do a block string to put you out of range of where you want it to be. And you can't even play dirty in DP, because people can just jab you out of the way, and even if you DP, they still block in time to stop the DP. So it's kind of like a lost cause against anyone who really knows what's up. So I'd recommend not doing heavy punches like that in neutral. And even, let's say, if he was still here, you did it, he blocked it, you've just put yourself that much closer to the corner, and you've given him even more advantage. You're minus, and you're in the corner, more in the corner than you were before. And the reward, even when it hits, is it's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie about that. The reward's great, but it's not really ever gonna hit. The best usage for standing heavy punch, really, is to get out of the corner, like fully charged stand heavy punch, because you're still -2 and at a disadvantage, but you kind of gain a bit more in positioning and uncorner yourself. So that's what I think about that. But that's gonna happen a lot in it happens a lot in a lot of replays. I see you using that a lot. I'd recommend not using that as much. Reset you into command grab, something like that happens. There you go. Alright, see again, you did it, but something else to talk about here. Let's say you do this, right? And it works like it does here. And you get this air recovery where they go flipping in the air. You can do hands here. Right here, you can do hands and flicker strike, and it combos virtually every time. There's some kind of weird spacings where it kind of whiffs, but it doesn't even matter if it whiffs. You can do hands here and get more damage out of this situation. Even though, oh, pardon me, I recommend not doing stuff like this to begin with. If you do it and this happens, you can do hands here, and that even combos into super. So yeah. Alright, I thought I'd add in a couple of training mode things just to put throughout the video to better explain certain parts of it. While I set up this first one, I think it's important to say that all the advice I give, don't necessarily take it objectively as objectively correct information, because it's mostly just my opinion, and there's better players than me who would probably give different advice, which is whoops, probably better than my advice. Um, so just keep that in mind whenever you listen to me give advice, is that I'm not necessarily correct, but these are the kind of things that I believe that have gotten me up to the level that I'm at. So I'd just like to make that clear. I'm not trying to come from like a position of authority on the character or anything like that, because there's better players than me. Yeah. But anyway, first situation. As I was saying about the air juggle, I'll try and give you a good idea of what's possible in this situation. It's air juggle, hands, that, and it goes into super as well. That might not hit. Oh no, it did. Sweet. So, yeah. That's that. That's what I was talking about. Alright. Yep, that's a defensive throw. That happens. Okay, he's trying to jump combo. Yeah, it's about to happen. Interesting wake up. Another defensive throw. It's fine. Like, sure, you didn't put him back into the corner, which is what you want to do. But I understand kind of the idea of throws like that is where you're holding back so you can block, as well as it's like a block and a delayed tech. And because he didn't do anything at the right time, or he couldn't, you got the back throw, which is like fine. It's stuff like that's okay. It's a bit hard to kind of predict to get the forward throw there. Of a heavy punch, got punished hard for it. The X throw is probably dead, right? No. Alright, let's talk about this situation. There's something very important to say about this situation, alright? When Mika does this throw, throws you right, yeah. She has to, okay, this is the situation. You can see this. If she wants to be really aggressive, there's only two things she can do, and you can react to both of them. And here's what it is. First, she dashes here, right? Now, if she can either from there dash again. Well, I guess she could do three things, but you can even react harder to the other one. She's either gonna dash here, one dash, then she's either gonna jump, which is what she did. She's either gonna dash forward, which she didn't do, but she could have, or she could have done like a charged drop kick here. Now, what you want to do in this situation, you sit here, right? You're in your wake up. They dash here. As soon as they dash here, you are waiting to react to either a jump or another dash. Don't predictory do something like what you did. You did stand heavy kick because you thought she was going to dash or press a button here. But what you should have done is you should have looked at this situation. You should have known exactly what she needed to do to be aggressive. You should have known she's going to dash, and then she's either going to dash again, or she's going to jump, or she's going to do nothing. And if she does nothing, that's great. You don't have to worry about anything. But basically, you had your fingers on light kick and medium kick, which is your anti-air. So if she jumps, you can anti-air. If she dashes at you again, you could go for like a jab, because, you could do like jab hands, jab KK. You could even do like a light kick to like just defend yourself because you've already got your fingers there, getting ready for the anti-air. But don't guess in this situation. Do not guess in this situation here. Just react to what she does after the first dash. And maybe it can be hard. It's hard to react when you're learning. Like maybe you can't react in time, right? Like oh, I don't have the reactions to this. I have the reactions if she jumps, I can react to that and, you know, do an anti-air. But if she dashes again, it's too quick. I can't react. But if you keep practicing it, you'll be able to do it. And the more you play, the easier it will get. And the only way to learn it is to try and do it. Even if it fails, you just keep trying to react to that situation, and eventually you'll be able to, or you'll at least get better and better and have better and better results in that situation. So that's my biggest recommendation there. Instead of predictory doing something like stand heavy kick, I recommend trying to react to what her offense is, because she can't do any unreactable offense at this spacing. There's nothing she can do that's really aggressive that isn't reactable after that command throw.
Round 2. Fight.
Situations happening a lot. Oh, that was brutal. That was me, good boy. Yeah, that's good enough. I'm not too sure what that was, but I don't really have anything to say about it. Yeah, it's just a bad DP. I don't know about the wake up hands. It's 6 frames and it doesn't particularly have anything great about it, so maybe you're just mashing for the wake up tech. I'm not too sure. And I notice you're doing single inputs. If you have a stick, I recommend you should be sliding, but if you're on a pad, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know how to do hands well on a pad. Yeah, again, you could have done hands there. And you went for, in this situation, if you wanted to do a low, and you don't have the reactions here for if it hits or not, which is like, that's a hard reaction to hit confirm this single low into DP. So you should have done hands here. You should learn hands off of crouch medium kick, because it's really handy. It's a really good tool. And yeah, that was a bad idea to go for that. Could have got a better punish, but you know, don't really need to talk about that. Good blocks. Crazy DP. Let me tell you a good anti-Mika thing. First off, Ed has good answers to just stop dive kick before it happens. You could just EXDP here, or, you know, stuff like that. But let's say, you know, she charges up, you block here. What you can do in this situation every time, as soon as you block this, just backdash, because Ed's backdash is fucked up, and she cannot really meter you. She can't meter you with the combo that is a real combo. She can meter you with like a crouch light kick, but it doesn't combo into anything in this situation. So if she command grabs, you'll dodge the command grab. If she tries to do the stand light kick, stand light punch, or stand medium punch, sorry, combo, you'll dash out of it for free, and she won't get anything. And she can hard read you by doing like an EX Peach to catch your backdash. But if they're doing stuff like that, then you're already winning, because they're taking big risks for not much. And then you can play a different mind game here. A mind game that you're definitely added an advantage at. Alright, onto this situation. I'm not going to show the command grab, because obviously a backdash gets out of a command grab. But I am going to show you this situation that no other character can do this except for Ed. So first we'll get hit by it, fully charged, yep, that's the combo, right? Now watch this. See how it whiffed? That is a Ed specific thing. No other character can get out of it like that. So really good tool if you happen to not, you know, normally you can just do like that. I wonder, you can do something like that even, you know. I wonder if you can get it. Oh, doesn't combo, counts as airborne. But yeah, stuff like that, right? But even if you block it, you can just backdash out of it for free. And they can try and chase, but it's a risk for them. Yeah, could have got the old EX hands with those hands around there. Not EX hands, what am I saying? Regular hands.
Final round. Fight.
And that's the combo I was talking about. That's alright combo. One thing I'll talk about, I don't know really any other place to talk about this, but here, I notice in neutral, you do a lot of, like I said before, you do a lot of heavy punches, a lot of stand heavy kick, but you never ever, not even once, I don't think, I don't remember seeing it, but you never use crouching medium punch, and I think you should, because crouch medium punch is one of Ed's best buttons. It doesn't lead to much damage, of course, because you can't really combo off it when you're like kind of using it in neutral. It ranges like here, and you know what I mean? But its hitbox and hurt boxes are really good. It's 6 frames, but it has good recovery, and it's just in a really good area, and it has good length as well. And it's a really important neutral tool to be using crouch medium punch. It's like really good for frustrating people and kind of like keeping people out or like interrupting their kind of flow, and like you can even cancel it into super. You can cancel a lot of stuff like that into super. You should also try using stand heavy punch, not charged. Just stand heavy punch. It's -2 on block. Crush counters where you get double dash into a setup. You can hit confirm it into super. It's just like a really good button, and it's 8 frame startup as well, which is really fast for a heavy button. But yeah, you stop this stuff. Stand heavy kick in this matchup is good, and you can use it as long as, you know, they're not dealing with it. If they're like not dealing with it well, you know, you can abuse it, keep abusing it. But you should be try using a lot more crouch medium punch and like stuff like that. Even crouch medium kick into hands is just like kind of neutral pressure. And fireballs as well. You should use more fireballs, especially against Mika. Mika's answers to fireballs aren't that great, so you should try using like a lot more of these kind of neutral tools instead of going for these big moves to try and get in, because I feel like you're like kind of like worried about getting in to this range here. So you kind of do whatever you can to do that, which includes like stuff like this, like big heavy punch, doing your heavy kick so you get a crush counter combo. I'd recommend using your smaller moves and just being more patient with them, kind of thing. Oh, should have used medium kick there. See, that was more of like, that was a better situation to do what you tried to do, but it still wasn't a great idea. Like here, this is the kind of spacing where you kind of want to use fully charged heavy punch just to get out of the corner, but basically it was a bad idea because you're at an advantage here, frame wise. So you didn't need to kind of risk anything because you still had a bit of room if you needed to walk back, and you had a lot of time to kind of deal with this situation. I didn't expect you to get a punish on this here. Like I really don't expect you to do that. It's like a hard punish, if at all possible. But you're kind of at an advantage in neutral here, and you shouldn't have thrown it away with a heavy punch. Because yeah, that happens. Yeah. There's probably a lot more I could go over with you, based on other replays, but I can't think of it off the top of my head too much. But if you have any questions, just go ahead and ask. But you seem to be doing pretty well, all things considered. I was watching your games with a Urian player, I believe, who was either platinum or diamond, and no, he was platinum. and you're doing really well against him, actually, I thought. I mean, sure, you lost a lot of games, but the rounds that you were winning were going pretty well. So, yeah, that's that. One thing I just thought I'd add when I looked over my recording is I should have talked about this situation right here. I mean, there's a fair few situations I should have gone over that I didn't, but I feel this one's kind of important in a sense that it's an easy thing to kind of improve your game on. But here you did jab, jab, hands, right? Jab, jab, hands. That's a real setup, what you did, by the way. EXDP, dash, dash. That's a real setup. So EXDP, jab, jab, hands here, right? What you should have done is jab, and then you should have done standing medium punch, and then crouch medium kick to psycho upper, because that is a true frame trap and a true counter hit combo where the counter hit stand jab or even counter hit crouch jab will combo into stand medium punch, and then you combo into crouch medium kick into upper, and it doesn't whiff. If you're at from this setup, when you're right on top of them like you are, it does not whiff. It will work 100%. And that's what you should have done instead of jab punch. See, jab here, should have then stand medium punch, crouch medium kick. And it's an easy hit confirm as well. That's a real bread and butter multi-frame trap where the stands light punch to medium punch is a 3-frame trap, and I guess, yeah, if they block the medium punch, you can do another medium punch, which is another 3-frame trap, and then like medium kick's kind of like a pretty more loose frame trap, although you can't really confirm it, but you can end with hands, which is safe, and then you can combo into super even. But yeah, I just wanted to say that about this situation. Alright, next situation. I'm going to set Mika to firstly guard all, secondly record wake up actions, and she is going to wake up jab. This will work on 3 frames as well, so right, we've got that set up now. XDP, oh, I'm an idiot. Let's set this to no guard. Big mistake on my part there. And what rises you on? This is normal recovery, which is the quickest recovery. Back recovery is a couple frames slower than normal recovery, and no recovery is really slower. So you'll see what I mean. I forgot to turn it on. Just full of mistakes. What a disaster. Alright. DP, dash dash. See what I mean? You can combo there instead of doing 2 jabs, and if we put it on back recovery, still combos. So, yeah.